Chapter 6, Involving People. Key questions. 1. Who are the stakeholders? 2. How can they best be involved in the management process? 3. What are the key lessons on effective participation and involvement for ILBM? Participation and involvement. The terms participation and involvement are associated with the terms public, community, citizen, and stakeholder in all sorts of combinations. The first two may be used interchangeably, while the latter four may also be used with loose distinctions. In the recent literature, public participation has been increasingly distinguished from stakeholder involvement, where the latter processes are said to be both more inclusive and targeted. One categorization of participation suggests that there are four exclusive levels, or types, of participation, in ascending order from least influence to most influence. 1. Information sharing, one-way communication. 2. Consultation, two-way communication. 3. Collaboration, shared control over decisions and resources, and 4. Empowerment, transfer of control over decisions and resources. The four levels are not indicators of scale, they indicate distinctly different types of participation. It should not be assumed, however, that all participation is good or that a higher level or more participation is automatically better. That depends on the situation. Who are the stakeholders? Stakeholders are defined as individuals or representatives of a group who make use of, have an impact on, or are impacted by, the issue of concern. In principle, only key stakeholders should participate to avoid unwieldy and non-productive groupings. The key stakeholders are those people, groups, or institutions who can significantly affect the outcome of the process. The SEPA process. One well-known way of effectively engaging stakeholders in the management process is known as SEPA, or Communication, Education, and Public Awareness. The SEPA process. Education is a process that can inform, motivate, and empower people to support conservation, not only by inducing lifestyle changes, but also by fostering changes in the way that individuals, institutions, businesses, and governments operate. Awareness brings the issues relating to lakes to the attention of individuals and key groups who have the power to influence outcomes. Awareness is an agenda-setting and advocacy exercise, which helps people to know what and why this is an important issue, the aspirations for the targets, and what is, or can be done to achieve these targets. Overall, the SEPA process is designed to encourage a general interest in conservation, to generate greater awareness of conservation issues, to bring about a specific change in opinion, to disseminate specific information, and to build capacity. Some lessons. The period of viable interest by the affected public is generally longer than the period of the government officials. Without proper understanding and appreciation of the local cultural beliefs, values, and norms, the community will not accept and adequately implement the plan for managing a lake basin. A participatory approach is needed to incorporate the voices of often excluded stakeholder groups into the policy development process. Improving the livelihoods of local communities is key to promoting participation in lake basins in many developing countries. SEPA, Community Education and Participatory Approach, is often slow-acting and is best understood as a series of investments for significant future returns. The design of a SEPA program requires careful situation analysis and problem identification for a target group. Promoting women's participation requires understanding that women suffer from various disadvantages, that the plight of women is a challenge in lake basin management, and that husbands and wives need to be trained together. Non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and community-based organizations, CBOs, can play key roles in the ILBM process. Further reading. In addition to the main Module 6 report, additional information on the role of people in lake basin management can be found in the following presentations. Chache on how public participation was incorporated from the outset of development planning at the Songkhla Lagoon in Thailand. E-Day on participation in Japan within lake basin management, including discussing the soap movement at Lake Biwa. Kodarkar on how local people have been integrated into managing water resources through India's Jal Dindi water pilgrimage. Oya on a wide range of cases involving participation and institutions.